4 something in the morning. I've been awake probably for around an hour. You've got to listen because it is happening. And you may say, Gina, what is happening? It's history repeating is what it is. Although it's history that has not yet come into fruition is what it is. Good morning, Jean Francis. It's history. It's history that wants to repeat because it never got to be completely completed into completion. You know where I started off at? What did I start off at? Right there. Then you know who did that? It was Stalin. Stalin did it. The Gulag. The Gulag. It was communism, Marxism, Stalinism. It was all of it. Look at this. Promoted the Marxism, Leninism abroad throughout the Communist International and supported European anti-fascist movements during the 1930s, Spanish Civil War regime, blah, 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 blah. Now, this is what you can't have. 5 things, the private property. Good morning, Frank Honey. Why are you up so early? It is kind of early. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? This is what's happened. I've been just skimming through some stuff. This is the talk. This is the talk. And the video yesterday about the border and the Chinese coming over through the border, they have literally stopped the traffic to this channel practically. On that video, it had like 4,000 views when we were viewing it. Slam the brakes on it. Slam the brakes on it. Grand Rising. This may not be a nice morning topic. Okay, it may not be. Okay, it may not. Public goods and intellectual property. The court. See, this has been documented a lot. Oh my goodness, you all. You just hold on a second. 5 things Marx wanted to do to abolish besides the private property. You think it's gone. You think it's gone. You think Marxism's gone and Stalin is gone and the Communist Manifesto. You think it is. You think it is. He might not have been a very good guy. He had disdain, the communists disdained to conceal their views. They openly declared that their ends can be attained only by forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions and let the ruling classes tremble at the communists. You know what? I actually had this book right here in my house from a long time ago. The Mein Kampf. It was a book that this was this thick. I don't even know where I picked it up. I remember having it in my house when my children were little. I might have found it at a thrift store or something. I don't know if anybody read it. Okay, look at this. The famous manifesto. You think it's just abolition of private property. This was hardly the only thing the philosopher wanted to do. He highlighted 5 additional ideas. The family, abolish the family structure. That was key. Abolish the family structure. It was the abolition of the family. Oh, I went to bed early. I went to bed around whenever I did my last video. I went to bed and I slept. Then I woke up for probably a couple hours and then I woke up again. But I'm going to go back to sleep after this video. I promise you. I want to go back to sleep. On what foundation? Look at this. The family. The family. Abolition of the family. By abolishing the family, it would be relatively easily once Burgiel's property was abolished. The Burgiel's family will vanish as a matter of course when its complement vanishes, and both will vanish with the vanishing of capital. If you're just tuning in, I know this is not a good subject for me to be talking about because it's not me really, but it is me. They want to get rid of the family, get rid of the individuality. The individual must be swept out of the way and made impossible. Individuality was a social construction of a capitalist society, and it was deeply intertwined. In the society, the capital is independent and has individuality, while the living person is dependent and has no individuality, he wrote. And the abolition of this state of things is called by the Burgiels the abolition of individuality and freedom. Rightly so, the abolition of this individuality, independence, freedom is undoubtedly aimed at. I don't even know what that word is. We're going to have to, Borgios. This is the 5 things they want to get rid of. Oh, it's the middle class. Oh, okay. Of or characteristic of the middle class. Okay, no middle class. Rich, whatever, any, whatever. It's, listen, middle class. It's level the playing field. Our current president said when he was vice president that make no mistake, we're going to level the playing field. We will level the playing field. Yeah, just good morning. Yeah. 5 things he wanted to get rid of, other than the property, is the family, break the family structure, the individuality, eternal truths. He appeared that any truth existed beyond the class. Oh my gosh. The ancient world was last in the throes. Religions were overcome by Christianity, and when Christian ideas succumbed in the 18th century to nationalist ideas, feudal society fought its death battle within revolutionary. Okay. Radical. Okay, look at this. So they want to overthrow it. Communism did not seek to modify the truth, but to overthrow it. Undoubtedly, it will be said, religious, moral, philosophical, juridical ideas have been modified in the course of historical development, but religion, morality, philosophy, political science, and law constantly survive this change. It abolishes communism listen, communism abolishes eternal truth. It abolishes all religion and all morality instead of constituting them on a new basis. It therefore acts in contradiction to all past historical. You got to watch this. This is how we doing in the live stream, how we doing in the comments. Yeah. Let me hear. Let's get this. Now, the nations, communists, Marx said, are reproached by seeking to abolish the countries. These people fail to understand the nature of the proletariat. The working men have no country. We cannot take from them what they have not got. Since the proletariat must first of all acquire political supremacy, they must rise to be the leading class of the nation. They must constitute itself the nation. It's so far national, though not get rid of the nations. Capitalism, because of capitalism, he saw hostilities between the people with different backgrounds. There would be no need for, there will be no need for nations. No need. There will soon be no need for nations, he wrote. National differences and antagonism between peoples are daily more and more vanishing owing to the development of the bourgeoisie, to freedom of commerce, to the world market, to uniformity in the mode of production and the conditions of life corresponding. Get rid of the this is what's happened. It's happening right now. The family structure is being abolished, more or less. The individuality is being abolished. The eternal truths are being abolished. The nations are going to be abolished. The past, it's got something to do with the past. The past. Marx saw tradition as a tool of the middle class or whatever, bourgeois. Adherence to the past served as a mere distraction in the proletariat's quest for emancipation and supremacy. In that type of society, the past dominates the present. In the communist society, the present dominates the past. This is happening. This is happening. You do not, I'm going to tell you what, you do not want to see the gulags. And after the gulags were done, he got rid of everybody. He got rid of 40,000s of his military leaders. He just got rid of them. Anybody who objected it. He got rid of the older power, the people who carried out, and here's what he did. Here's what he did. He brought in the young people because young people replace the older people and they're easier to manipulate. They're easier to persuade. So when you see all these young people stepping into powerful positions all around the world, they're easier to mold than the older people. What did Mr. Who Know You Who say? The FEW backwards. What did the few say? We just call the WEF the few. If you ever hear me refer to the WEF anymore, I'm going to refer to them as the few, FEW. I'm going to spell it backward, the few, because in fact they are the few. The few said that they had already taken over, infiltrated. What was it? Around half the cabinets of the world, half the whatever. This is what they're about. The few are about the no property. You can't have property. You can't have property under communism. And you know this open software, open all of this kind of stuff in computers and stuff, free sharing, that comes from communism too. That's one of their idealisms. Everything is free. Everybody shares. Your house is someone else's house. Your property is someone else's property. Nobody owns nothing. You own nothing and you'll be happy, said the few. That's how it is in communism. That's how it is in Marxism. That is the thing. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Okay? You will not have, and this is, they have been literally, and they have literally throughout the year, they're carrying stuff they've been planning for years and years and years and years and years. That's where your new world order comes in. That's where it comes in. The new world order, the one world. The one world. The playing field is leveled. There's no individuality. There's no family. There's no eternal truths. There are no nations. Everything is abolished. Everything. The past doesn't matter. It's only the present that dominates. Hello. We don't accept it. You better not accept it, or else you're going to be like this, the gulags. That's what happened to them. They lost it all. They were stuck in there. They were forced to shovel in the snow. They didn't care. It was pure evil. Pure evil. And see, this is what happens. If you forget the past, you're going to repeat it. See, if you forget what happens in the past, If you don't know what happens, then there's only the present. It's only the present. It's only the present that dominates. This was the 5 truths. The 5 truths. Besides the private property. It's happening. It's happening. And there's no morality. There's no individuality. There is no morality. It's like out the door. There's no capitalism. There's none of it. There's no eternal truth. There's no new age thinking. There's no healing. There's nothing. You can't pray. You can't pray. You cannot think of any higher power except the nation itself. You can't. Does nothing exist? Nothing. It's the one world religion, and the one world religion is it's nothing. You do not want to go there. You don't. And do you know what happened? Time magazine back then was painting him in the United States as a beautiful, lovely, 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 lovely person. Time magazine. It's through the media. The media painted this as glorious. It really did. But it was far more than that. It was so sinister. Look, he was the man of the year. The man of the year at Time magazine. When did the aliens come around? The man of the year, the person of the year. Who owns Time magazine? Who owns it? The person of the year. They just kept doing it. They just kept doing it. They kept doing it. The person of the year. Who owns the Time magazine? Yeah. Who owns Time magazine? I don't even know if we know it. Who owns Time? My nose is itching. It's going to get me in even more trouble. I want to know who owns it. Oh. Who acquired it from the Meredith Corporation, the Binoff Corporation. You need to research these people. You need to research the founders of Time magazine. Where did they come from? Where did they come from? LLC means many, many. That's not just one individual. It's not. So he's transforming it. I don't know. No, I don't know about it at all. This has happened. Okay, it happened. They've been doing studies on communism. Look, it's the workers' world. What's it like this? The workers' world. Enemies of communism say that communists want to take small farms away from the women and men who worked. But the workers' world is probably saying something totally different. Stanford University, History Channel. They're almost the same. They're almost the same, you all. They really are. Look, post-communist. What happens to your property rights? That's it. The Communist Manifesto. Don't be surprised if this video gets taken down. Okay, don't be surprised if my time is short-lived here on this YouTube because of this. Yeah. You can only know the Hearst. Yeah, the Hearst. Yeah, I've heard of them. Over entertainment, it's the yeah. We don't need religion. We just need relationship with God. That's it. It's more than just the word religion at this point. It literally is more than just the word religion. It goes much deeper because when they look at religion, it is identified with spirituality and the belief in a higher power is what it's identified as. Religion would just be a label at this point. And if a person would fall under the label, whether they're spiritual or not, it's beside the point at this point. It's beside it. It's just a label to define an individual. I'll call myself spiritual, but that's not going to take that label off of me that's already been slapped onto me, and it's not going to take that label off of you that's already been slapped onto you, whether or not you like labels. And I don't like labels. It goes way beyond that because they already know who you are. They already been studying, they already know your belief systems. And the new age movement is not accepted. See, they threw a label on that. Spirituality is not accepted. No, it's not, because it takes away the power of the system, the beast. Yeah. Hello, Stacy, honey. I'm gonna go, you all. You need to listen to this. Please give this video a thumbs up. I'm not gonna talk on this anymore. It's literally playing out. It's the few, which is the 3-letter word spelled backwards. The few have already told you what's going to happen. The few have, and it falls right under this thing right here. Falls right under this right here. It's the family. Get rid of the family. Uh, the individuality, the eternal truths. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. The nations and the past. For only the present dominates. The present dominates the past. Nothing. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. I'm going to go. I am going to go. Yeah. Hello there, Thoughts-Asterian. Let me read this. You are complicit and part of the party to all the crimes against it. If you use or claim the name you think is yours, but is in fact registered and crown property, well, there's something about also writing your name in capital letters, like capitalizing your name. That means that has spell work to it too, that you are owned. As soon as you are born into the earth, you're assigned a social security number. Yeah, you're assigned a social security number. Yeah. I am going to go. I'm not here to debate politicalness. I am not one like that. I will not debate. I will not argue. But I can look at this and say, I can draw some parallels to what's happening in the world. I can. And what the few want, I can draw the parallels. Yeah. Oh my, the EIN, yeah. I'm gonna go. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. And also in those camps, in those gulags, you had healthy people, people who were alive. When they got into them camps, they died on the inside. They literally died. There was nothing in their eyes. There was just a hollow. There was like there was just an empty shell. This person was describing their mother. They remember their mother before she got taken to the gulags. And when they saw them, there was nothing but death on the inside. They died. They were, that's what happened. Very few made it out. That's what happened. That was in Russia. That was in Russia. They do it in China too. They do it in China and you don't hear about it. That's right. So you'll have If you are to go into captivity you will go. If you are to die by the sword you will die. You'll have a choice. You will. You will have a choice. Unless they get you before you can make your choice. Yeah. They would come, they can get you in the middle of the night. That's right. Oh my gosh. No. I don't like war. I don't like reading about that. I just skim through the video. Yeah. So I'm going, you all. It's let me show you this. Let me see if I can like bring myself over here. I am going to go back to sleep. And when you see all these new leaders arising in these countries and stuff, this new power, this could be tied into this new power that's literally grabbing, just like the power structure up there, like the family tree of the old regime had a family tree beneath them, and a new power is coming in, taken away. I sure hope that this other power that's coming into power is not that power that we just talked about, because it very well could be that power. And it will literally dismantle everything, and it will rule supreme, is what it will do, supreme. Well, history has to play out. It does. You see this video right here? This video right here. When that video was done, it had around 4,000 views to it right here. It was a really good video. It stopped at 4,000 views when we ended it. And the fastest growing number. You know what they ended it at? Let me tell you what they did. They're blocking the traffic to it. 20 minutes. It doesn't feel welcoming. The same situation here with the borders are happening in the UK and Europe. And it is a very delicate subject, and it is important to discuss. 4 hours ago, but yeah, you others, you know, look, that's all they have allowed. Maybe not even 500 views came from whatever, the shadow banning, and it was talking about the Chinese coming through the border. Yeah, it's the fastest growing thing. It's not about whatever, this is what it's about. This is truly what it's about. It's about the complete takeover. It's about an energy out there, a very dark, dark, dark energy, and you can't see it. You can't see it, but it inhabits people. It's power. It's power. Yeah. One for all and one and all for one. It's an insult to God when we don't have confidence in him. Who are you putting that comment toward? Are you trying to put that toward me? Because if you're trying to put that toward me, I totally reject it. I totally reject it. And so does anyone else who have a belief in God. Awareness of what's happening in the world is not lack of confidence in God. It is good to be aware of what's going on in the world so you can prepare spiritually and mentally the world. Yeah. And if you read the Bible, there is prophecy that is going to play out. It's going to play out. And if you read about the FEW, the few, they've already stated what they're going to do, and it's already playing out in this world. You got to get strong on the inside spiritually. I've been saying this for the past 4 or 5 years. You got to get strong on the inside spiritually. Yeah, holographic being, body snatchers. Yeah. That's right. It's inside here. That's where the kingdom is. That's where the spirit dwells inside of each and every one of us. I'm going to go, you all. So, with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, night. Go back to sleep. If you have been awake, you need to just go to sleep if you can. Because if you don't, you're going to be taking a nap today. But this is a really eye-opening video right here, you all. Where is the video? This video right here was a very eye-opening video right here. I would encourage you to watch it. There was a whole lot of comments in the live stream. I hope they allowed the live stream. The whole world is being it's an invasion. It's an invasion. Spiritual invasion. Yeah. Oh, you're so welcome. Oh, Frank, honey, you got to be up in an hour anyway. You're going to have you some energy, some caffeine today or something to keep you awake. Yeah, that's right. Let me see. I'm going to go, you all. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for tuning in. It's really happening. It really is happening. It's only a matter of time. Thank you for joining this channel. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. If you have subscribed, you might want to check your subscription because they unsubscribe people every single day on the YouTube platform on all channels. Probably not all channels, but the majority of the channels, they are unsubscribed. Please give this video a thumbs up on your way out and have a wonderful rest of your morning. Love you.